So if you're clicking on this video, I'm sure you've heard of HB 445. So I'm not going to go into too much explicit detail on what it is, but basically it is a law that outlawed all smokable hemp products, that being THC, HHC, any of those products. So now it is a Class C felony punishable to up to 10 years in prison, but yet you can still go buy as much alcohol as you want. Hell, you can even go buy some Galaxy gas from your local vape shop, and that's still in there, but you cannot buy smokable hemp products. Now they've got it regulated by the ABC board, and yeah, it's not going to get into too much of that. And you know who passed it? Our Governor Kayavi. Not going to get too much into her right now, but more on that later. I just wanted to make this video to talk a little bit about how it's affecting Alabama in negative ways, and how I think that it's honestly an awful thing, because if you look at other states like Tennessee, Texas, they are taking this and making it more widespread. It's just wild to me because the 2018 Farm Bill essentially has just been erased by all of this new legislation that has came out, and it's very tone deaf because they're taking away things from adults that have had it for years and it's been fine. It hasn't actually killed anybody. If you really look at the things that are killing people, it's a lot of these pesticides and things that are made in fake carts, which are a big thing, but they're going to be more of a problem in my opinion from what I've experienced now that we cannot buy anything legally and safe anymore. You're going to have these kids, and I was in high school once, so I did this, I know this. They're gonna have kids that are going to unsafe places and buying, frankly, just bullshit products. There's no better way to put it. You know, some guy in their garage probably mixed in a little, you know, some with some oil, and you know, your favorite little cousin may get a hold of that. So hopefully that don't happen to none of y'all, but that is something that I really feel like our people of power need to realize and come to terms with. But so today, the purpose of this video is we're going to try to go into some vape shops, go maybe even interview some people in public, get a perception on how people are thinking about and dealing with as far as the business side of it with the new laws that have passed. So I really hope this video turns out well. Haven't ever tried anything like this, but if you guys enjoy it, I'll try to do it more often. So yeah, let's get to it. Alright, so we lined up an interview with Mike from Mike's Tobacco, and we're heading there right now. Picked up Thick Nick. He's going to be helping me with the interviewing and the recording in this video. So this is going to be our first one. This guy owns 3 different vape stores in the area, and he's been doing it for decades. So I think he'll have a lot to say about it. So hell yeah, we're going there right now. Alright, so we're here at Mike's one with
Muhammad Akalani.
So how has the laws changed affected your business in the first couple days?
So far, it's been a little iffy. You always got people asking, like, do you have still THCA? Do you have pre-rolls? Do you have this? With it being a felony, it's not even worth selling anything, you know what I'm saying? And I feel like with the THC being banned at the same time as the vapes, it really is just like a hard little bang right there, trying to not sell THC, so you're not making money from that. And then you're trying to, I mean, you don't have the known brands as in Geek Bar, Rads, Fogger. You know, the popular brands, I mean, I understand they're from China, but the way that the ban was so fast, so quick, on the same day with 2 aspects coming in together, it's a pretty hefty punch right there. It's a pretty hefty punch.
So were you notified at all beforehand, or did you find out because the news put it out?
So we were notified about the THC and all that stuff. However, it was like finicky. We didn't know if July 1st was going to be the final day, or we got until January, because I mean, a lot of places say until January 1st, 2026, and we had a lot of customers thinking it was January 1st, 2026. And a lot of other states, they're banning it too. I understand that. It's not just Alabama, but with Alabama doing a strict reinforcement on July 1st, trying to get everything out of your shelf and all that, I mean, we did take a loss. I mean, we had a couple pens we weren't able to sell, a couple 1 grams we weren't able to sell. So, I mean, that's a definite loss right there. You can't even sell it because 1 to 10 years in prison for the fake stuff, you know what I'm saying, the THCA stuff. Whereas in the real stuff in Alabama is just a misdemeanor, which really don't make sense to me. But I mean, that's all their decision, not mine at the end of the day.
So how many brands of vapes, or is there only 1 brand that can be sold now? Or?
Right now, there's only 1 brand that's FDA approved with the 12 flavors. So there's only going to be able to have 12 flavors. And it sucks because, I mean, you always got the people that are like, you don't have Geek Bars, why do you not have geek bars? Oh, I'm gonna go to another store. I'm gonna go to this place, not knowing that. I mean, you can't really sell it anywhere in Alabama. And it's, I mean, we sold out fast because we put little good deals, prices on it so we can clear space. The good flavors sold out pretty quick.
Yeah.
And people get mad when you don't have those good flavors and they just tell you, and yeah, I'm just gonna go to Tennessee and buy my stuff. I'm just gonna go to the state line. I'm gonna go do this, which is basically telling you, I'm gonna spend money at a different business because the laws don't have it applied that you can't sell it. So that's how it's going.
That's a question I was going to ask. It was if people were getting mad at you for the law that you can't affect or can't help.
Yeah, they get upset and they say, oh, well, what is going on? And so a lot of people don't really, I mean, it's not them. They probably have other stuff going on in their lives, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people have bills to pay and this to do and a job to go to, so they're not really into it like how we are, because, I mean, you run the business, you're always wondering, what are you going to sell? What are you going to make money on? You know what I'm saying? So not a lot of people know about it, and they do get upset when they come in there and I don't have flour and I don't have pre-rolls. And they look at me funny and like, what the hell happened? What is it? I mean, I really can't do nothing about it. If it was my decision, we would sell it, but you can't. I mean, that's the law, and I don't want to risk a business and close down for 2 weeks just to sell one little pre-roll to somebody. So a lot of people, they're just upset. They understand typically, you know, the good ones and all that, but then you'll have the customers that just look at you, say no pre-rolls, and they just walk right out. I mean, there's really nothing you can do at that point. Try to convince them to get anything else because you don't have anything else for them to smoke on, unless it's cigarettes, and people don't want to go back to cigarettes if they were smoking the THCA. It's not really the same thing, you know what I'm saying?
Well, so if I'm to understand correctly, there is like absolutely no smokable hemp THC anymore.
Anything inhalable, as in pens, flower, dabs, pre-rolls, Class C felony, which is the same as heroin.
Yeah, crazy.
It's pretty stout right there.
And so, you guys are still allowed to carry like the Galaxy gas stuff too, aren't you?
Yeah. However, those are getting banned in September as well.
Okay.
Yeah, that's also getting banned in September. So that's another thing. You're not gonna. I mean, Galaxy gas, I really didn't think it was like the best thing for people, but.
Well, I think that's a lot more harmful, in my opinion, than THCA.
Yeah. And with THC, like regular THC being legal in other states, I feel like THCA was a good little thing, because in federal law, actually, it's 0.2% of Delta-9. Federal law is okay. And they kind of just did their own little state thing, which I know they're allowed to do with the decarbonization, they said, or something like that. So they can make their own decision on it. But that's why I do see a lot of hemp companies doing lawsuits to the government and all that. However, both I saw got declined, obviously. I mean, they're appealing, but I don't think we'll get it back in Alabama, just because we're also one of those states that has kratom banned out of like 6 states out of everywhere else that has kratom banned. So it don't look good right now.
What's crazy to me is the fact it's been legal since the 2018 Farm Bill, and these new legislations basically erased all that progress that was made by the people who got that passed.
Yeah, and a lot of companies too. That make it, that run their stuff on THCA. Like, I know Lost THC, not a lot of people know if they're in legal states or anything, but they typically do THCA stuff, and I don't know what they're gonna do with not being able to sell THC into a lot of states, because a lot of states are trying to crack down now, but Alabama is the first to do it. Texas vetoed it. North Carolina didn't go through with it. Florida didn't go through with it. So I mean, it's kind of rough right now owning a business. And you can make money on other things, but THCA, it just made people happy. And I just feel like, I mean, I'd rather deal with someone that's a little high than someone that's drunk and mad at me, for real, in my decision. Because we don't sell alcohol, and that's basically what they want you to do, is sell alcohol to make your money.
Well, they're giving the legal things that you can buy to the ABC.
Yeah, the ABC board is taking control now. So they're taking full control, and you're only allowed to carry the gummies on their list, the drinks on their list. So you can't go out and buy like, oh, I see this company's doing real well at another state in another store. You can't bring that in. It has to be whatever the alcohol board lets you control. So it's basically like, I got another control. You know what I'm saying? Like, I have to follow this list in here, that I'm not allowed to pick anything that I want to pick. It's whatever they want to do.
Well, so what has been your top seller since the change? Because I assume before that it was probably THC.
THC. I mean, a lot of times, you know, thankfully we sell a good bit of like vapes and all that. However, I mean, vapes been going. The only reason we're selling a lot of vapes, I feel like, is because a lot of people know that's also going away. So I do have people stocking up on it. But whenever that's away, I really don't know. You know what I'm saying? At that point.
Well, so they haven't taken away the.
So since we're a smoke shop, we're allowed to sell it since we're 21 and older. And a lot of people thought, like, since we can always sell the Geek Bar and Raz and all that stuff, but where that comes into play, we can sell out of it, but we cannot reorder those brands because they're not FDA approved. We can just sell out. Convenience stores like our gas stations that we had to completely take all the vapes and everything off the shelves because we can't sell nothing at the convenience stores, which I understand. Gas station, anyone can go in there and all that stuff, but smoke shop too, not be able to sell any vape that you want, it's kind of rough right there as well.
See, that's the thing with me, because I'm sitting there thinking in my head rationally, a smoke vape shop.
Yeah.
You would think that would be able to sell vapes.
Yeah, 51% over just smoke products in there too. It's just old smoke, basically.
Yeah, man. Well, I appreciate your time.
No
It was
problem, man.
nice talking to you. I hope that your business still does well and it doesn't
Appreciate it,
affect you guys too much. All right, so we here with, what's your name?
D.
D. Okay, so D, what do you think about the new hemp laws in Alabama?
I don't like it. They need to rethink it over or something. This ain't it.
So you don't think it's gonna be helpful like they want it to be?
No, it's not. It's gonna make it worse.
Yeah, that's what I think. 'Cause I say the street market gonna get worse, and people probably gonna get a hold of worse things than what they can say.
Right. Yep. Yeah.
So you think they should give us it back?
I think they should give it back to us.
Well, there you go. Well, I appreciate you talking.
Yes, sir. Y'all have a nice day.
All right, so we here with, what's your name, man?
I'm Jonah.
Jonah. So what do you feel about the new hemp law that they passed?
I think it's garbage. It's over-regulation. I think that maybe the market needed some regulation. There's a lot of crap going around with like bullshit cannabinoids and just stuff that's like not naturally derived. So maybe some regulation could have been called for, but to completely ban it, it provides so much relief for so many people. It just gives that power back to the black market for there to be more unadulterated stuff. People will pay more. Like, drug dealers are going to start making a lot of money again soon.
That's exactly what I've been saying, man. They take away the safe ways to get it. This opens up pathways for more dangerous ways. But yeah, I think that's a good take on it, though, because, you know, it needed a little bit of regulation. I think there was a lot of bullshit out there, but definitely not the way they did it. They went way wrong.
There were also, like, a lot of stuff you get at, like, the gas station is crap. Like, but, like, there's plenty of reputable, like, dispensaries. There's, what was it called?
I think Mountaintop or...
There's Mountaintop, Greenworks.
Oh, Greenworks.
The Green Lady. And they all got really good, clean, reputable products that were made here in the state of Alabama. It brought a lot of money to the economy. It created jobs. And all of that's just gone.
Yeah, we're actually going to go interview the guy that owns the Green Lady in a couple of days. So
Okay,
I'm interested to see what he has to say about it. Because we went and interviewed a guy that has some stores up mountain, like up that way. Yeah.
Okay.
And, you know, it's been hard for them because obviously they had to stop selling almost everything they
Yeah,
had.
they can't do nicotine anymore. Or, I think smoke shops can for a little while, but
They can sell out of their current inventory, but they can't order any more new ones. But yeah, man, I appreciate your time.
all right, dude. Nice to meet you. What was your name again?
Eli's my name.
All right, nice to meet you.
Your opinion, positive or negative on the banning of it?
Negative on the banning.
So you think they should have kept it?
Yeah, it made too much sense from a tax perspective and just from a, I guess, relief perspective.
Yeah.
So
That's my views on it as well. I think it doesn't really make sense to get rid of the main source of a lot of places' incomes,
Yeah.
like vape and dispensary shops. They make like most of their income because, I mean, yeah, they have like gummies and stuff like that, but when you ban the smokable products first, that pretty much gets rid of all their income
yeah,
for most of the month.
I mean, it definitely affects the business perspective of things. Like, even if it's just a vape shop, it's like, no matter how much they're still able to sell, that definitely took a chunk out of everything. So
Because they're only able to sell basically right now gummies up until I believe October, and then after that they have to switch to what the ABC tells them they can sell,
Yeah.
and then that is pretty much I think the lowest dosage of what is legally allowed.
that's ridiculous.
Do you know anyone that's used medical marijuana before?
I know I have a buddy that does the gummies a whole lot, and that's primarily just because he's never able to see it. So
That's also another big thing. People who use it from like just actual medical uses or like relief uses, it's cut off for the most part.
yeah, because melatonin doesn't always hurt.
No.
So
Because for some people, their body already produces a bunch of melatonin, but it doesn't put them to sleep.
Yeah, I think if I'm not mistaken, that is the issue. So,
And then now, a lot of the places that did get business from the CBD products and vapes in general, vapes bring a lot of business in. People will come in and get mad at the store owners because they don't have the products that they want, and they'll just go off into the store.
yeah.
But they don't know that it's all over the state. Like
Yeah.
it's
Try to go
everywhere.
find another one, and they just keep
And
it
then they'll
dead
go
ends.
over state lines and act like it's the store owner's fault. It's not,
Yeah. Yeah, it didn't help you whenever you get back.
you know? And then you got to go back over the state lines next time you go.
Exactly. Better off moving out of the state.
Yeah,
Like-
definitely. You better off. I appreciate it.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, no problem.
All right, so after talking to the people we have so far, I would say definitely the general consensus is that it's bad for Alabama, bad for our population, and should return. We're still going to interview one more vape owner at least, maybe some more public interviews, but I think what we got is pretty clear to say. And I will say off camera, we did talk to a man who gave an alternate perspective and said that he actually has COPD from secondhand smoke, and he's never smoked. So he is actually for it being banned, but he also said he understands the fact that it's messing with the tax money, it's messing with the income business in Alabama. So he kind of had
And
a
the
more
relief.
nuance.
And the
Yeah,
relief
and the
factor.
relief.
So two sides of a different coin kind of thing. So he was for it in a certain way, but also against it for other ways. So he had a multiple opinions.
I said I was going to talk more about K-Ivy in this. So I just want to say quickly, I don't want to attack the woman because, I could, but there really ain't no point in it. We're just here to try to prove a point that people want it back. It's not something that's harmful. It's not something that people are out here agreeing with and saying, hey, this is a good choice that our legislators made. This is a good choice our governor made. No, they're saying, bring it back. It's good for pain relief, good for the economy, which are all true facts. And I mean, if you really look into it, crunch down the numbers, you'll see that. And they want to keep it away from kids, but, it's really not going to do that, as one of the women we interviewed told you. I mean, you got it from somebody else.
I mean, at the heart of it, just like they did here, if underage kids want it, all they got to do is either go to the black market to get it, like somebody who deals in it, or all they got to do is go over state lines, and it's basically the same thing as it was here. Like, it's not, it's not impossible to grab the stuff. If people wanted it, they can get it. If there's a will, there's a way, and they're going to grab it, man. Wanted to get it, away from children, all they got to do is get higher taxation on it and really enforce the 21 and over law by making the employees show ID and always having cameras active. And that would really, in my personal opinion, I don't know if you feel the same way, I feel like that would probably give it almost 100% guaranteed chance of
I
not.
say just bring it back to vape shops, let vape shops sell it. Don't let gas stations sell it. Because I think a lot of these kids that are getting a hold of the bad products is from the really cheap gas station stuff, which I used to smoke, and it really is bullshit and not good for you. But I
That's
think
like
the
the
final
lung killer stuff.
consensus on it for now is definitely
Bring it back.
hurting business. Bring it back.
All right, so what's your name?
Noah McManus.
And what do you do for work?
I'm a bud center at a dispensary near Denver.
And so what do you think about the new laws that have been passed in Alabama regarding smokable hemp?
I think they're pretty ignorant. I feel like it's more or less to kind of benefit alcohol sales. I feel like there's not really any upside to it as far as like helping people out. I feel like it's just more of a money grab from the state. The more people that are going to get it the legal way, the more they can get in trouble and whatnot. And it's going to be harder to discriminate between kind of like legal stuff and non-legal stuff. It makes it easier to be arrested.
And so do you think, because the main topic that they wanted to address with this bill is keeping it away from children, do you think it's going to be effective in that, or do you think that it's not?
Not really. I don't see any side of it being kind of easier to get to children or harder to get to children in that way. It's anyways, you have to be like 21 to buy it anyways, kind of thing. So it's like, how are they getting it anyways? If they're gonna get it, they're gonna get it regardless. Doesn't really make any sense to me.
So you think they're returning power towards the black market? And
For sure. I feel like it's, overall it's not gonna be that bad of an issue as far as on that kind of side of things, but at the same time, it's pretty stupid. Just kind of going back in time with a lot of laws. didn't make a whole lot of sense.
Well, and so as somebody that lives in Denver, you would say you definitely feel like it's regressive that Alabama is choosing to treat marijuana the way it does.
I mean, for sure. Kind of how we live out there, it's more like it's the same thing as going to the liquor store or whatnot. So to come out here and it be extremely illegal again, it's rough. It's weird, for sure, to get used to.
All right, so the interview with the green lady, I don't think is going to happen because the guy just has a lot going on right now. You guys know how that goes. Sometimes there's a lot going on. I think the guy owns like 3 businesses or something. So just very busy right now. Can't really get with me. But I do have an interview lined up with another smoke shop on South Huntsville. And we're going to go see what's up with them. And hopefully they'll give us a little bit of insight on what's been going on in Huntsville. See if it's any different than the other areas we've already been to. But I'm probably going to go ahead and end out the video with that. So I hope you guys did enjoy watching. Hope you enjoy this next interview. And I hope that you stay tuned for any projects I may work on in the future. And yeah, let's get to it. All right, so we're here with
Sean Bumbarger.
And so I wanted to ask you about how the new laws are affecting the business from what you've seen.
Yeah, I mean, I've worked almost every day since then. And I mean, it's been easy to see the difference. I mean, the foot traffic alone is probably cut down like 75%, 80%.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So you think it's definitely affected the business in a negative way, kind of lost some customers due to the ban?
100%. I mean, it was the day after. It was like a ghost town in there, you know?
Well, so like, how quickly you guys, like everywhere else, I assume, had to clear out all smokable hemp products pretty much the day it was initiated, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah?
The day of. And there was a separate bill that had huge regulations on the vapes as well. And they snuck that in on the same day. But the ramifications aren't as heavy for that, so we still sell vapes.
Well, yeah, I was told by another shop that you could sell the vapes until they run out, but you just can't sell them or reorder them after they sell out.
Oh.
So I don't know. Yeah, I don't know, but I know that they recently apparently approved breezes, though.
Really?
Yeah, apparently the FDA approved breezes. I didn't know if you had heard about that. Like, are you guys allowed to sell breeze again? Or?
I hadn't heard about it. I have a roommate who's keeping up with the directory for Alabama, and he's trying to create a comprehensive list, but I didn't hear about Breeze. That's pretty huge, though. Breeze is a lot of people's favorite, so.
Oh, yeah, because I don't vape myself anymore, but when I used to, though, Breeze is always my go-to.
Yeah,
so.
I mean, I vape, but I don't buy a lot of Breezes. It's still my favorite, though.
I know a lot of people are really mad about the Geek Bar. That seems to be like one of the main ones people are very mad about. But
the Geek Bar, everyone has their favorite flavor.
Have you had any customers get mad because you don't have anything?
I mean, I wouldn't say mad, especially not mad at me personally. Most people just come in talking smack about our governor or the new laws, or they'll just see our selection and then 180 and walk out.
Well, so what do you feel about, because the whole purpose behind this bill was apparently to keep it away from minors.
Right.
What do you feel about that? Do you think it's actually going to help with that? Do you think it's kind of bullshit? Like, where do you fall there?
I mean, it's definitely not black and white. I think they have a good point. Like, they could keep it out of gas stations, maybe. I think that was probably a good move.
I agree.
But the heavy regulation on vape flavors outside of gas stations is still a bit much, and the regulation on the THCA and THC is even more egregious, because I mean, they definitely could have put regulations in place for that as well, and had more comprehensive testing, but an outright ban didn't seem all that smart to me, considering the livelihoods of people it'll affect.
Well, I mean, yeah, in my opinion, I think they really needed to get it out of gas stations, convenience stores, because, yeah, those are places where people don't card a lot. It's very easy for people to get through with things. And also, there's a lot of brands that probably did need to be pulled from shelves. Like Cloud 8's one of the brands that I always had a big, like, hatred towards, just because, you know, it's like the cheapest thing you can buy. So, obviously, for your loans.
Right, yeah.
Yeah. So, like, I just don't understand why in the world they would want to ban all safe ways to get hemp, because hemp in itself, it's like people are now just going to go buy full spectrum Delta 9 off the street and potentially have lacing happen more often, you know. And that's one of the biggest problems I think it's causing, in my opinion. Is just I've seen before 2018 Farm Bill versus after. It seems like a lot more fentanyl overdoses and things like that were happening beforehand, but you know.
No, I think that's an incredibly good point, honestly. Because, I mean, in my personal view, part of the reason for the ban is they want to recriminalize it so they can get more people in prisons, or something to that effect at least. Because it seems pretty crazy to just have this all happen that quickly. And at the same time, say you're going to be building a couple more supermax prisons within the state.
Yeah, they already built one of them right before this passed. Yep. Brand new prison. And I mean, that's the thing with me is, and I don't want to say too much on here because obviously I'm doing journalism. I don't want to give too much of my personal, but you know, to me, I feel like it's very much an overreach from the government, because there's other things that we should be focused on versus hemp. Because the people that were sending emails complaining about it, like, I really don't think that they have the full picture of or understanding of the products that they're talking about. So I don't know, but anyway, man, I appreciate your time.
Thank you, man.
Very nice talking to you. And
good to talk about the
remember,
issues.
go support your local vape shops. Even though the ban happened, man, they still need money. Everybody got to make bread somehow. Shout out the cops in the background if y'all don't hear that. Anyway, see y'all.